Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, and we have a lovely new DLC that I've had to watch everyone else play early. But we now have it, so where better to start than with Germany, because we are not going to do a normal Germany.
Is that normal
Germany
you're doing?
Yep. Oh yeah.
No, we have other plans. So we are on historical, and more importantly, we are on Iron Man, because we are after some achievements today. So what achievement are we after today? So we have some lovely new ones from the DLC, but the one we are going for is the woman in a high castle as Germany with a female leader. Either annex the USA, including Alaska and Hawaii, or puppet them. So we can obviously go Victoria and the Holy Roman Empire route, but there is now another option. So we can replace Mr. H with another female leader, which is what we're going to do. So to get this new leader, we need Mr. H to be not a very competent leader to start a coup, which does involve nations say no to us on decisions. So re-militarize the Rhineland, for instance, is one, but obviously France will never say no to that one on historical. Other ones are Anschluss, which again we can't do anything about, and then we have demand the Sudeten, reassert Eastern, and Slovenia. So these are ones that we can make them say no. We need 2 no's and then we can trigger the coup. So we'll start with Rhineland. I've tried several ways to try and get Austria to say no, but there's essentially no way to do that. And because of Anschluss, we basically need a big boy army. So we'll start absolutely plying our deployment queue with infantry units that we're going to force deploy to get a big army so the Austrians will let us take over their land. We're also going to get a few of the new little experimental facilities on the go so we can get some very good research, and then we'll just spam some civs to get our economy going as well. We're going to need a lot of equipment for this, so we are just making infantry, support, artillery, and some small airframes because I am going for a heavy Luftwaffe play, because I've heard to naval invade England is now nigh on impossible. Remilitarization of the Rhineland. So when you look in the files for this, it does sort of say that France can refuse it if they're in factions and stuff, but I basically can't get them to do that without really manipulating it. So we now carry on. We could go either of these directions, but we'll go historical for this one and reorganize the Wehrmacht. I do also like the new little Luftwaffe Kriegsmarine and the army focus as well, a bit like Italy's one where they improve. So I hope during the course of the next DLCs, every nation sort of gets this, because it's a lovely little mechanic to specialise them how you like. I'm going to do some weird things as well, like cancel the MIFO bills. Because we've got some new options as Germany, I feel like I should try as many of them as possible while still going the, major historical route, really. Apart from, obviously, we're going to get a new leader. But we need a bit more army now for Anschluss. So it says 24 times bigger, which I can't work out how that decides, because it's not unit numbers, it's not manpower, and it's nothing to do with the equipment. I think it must be some random number, so we've got to keep building. So we'll work towards our industry in the meantime, and we're obviously going to go for the economic growth route, not the MIFO 4-year plans. This is a event that pops up, so we do get an option here where it reduces the amount of army we actually need for Anschluss. So once they add that, we should be ready to hit the focus. And there they go, they've installed that politician, so we can now go ahead and hit Anschluss. So we'll cancel our one that I thought we were going to get done before. And 70 days we'll get Anschluss, which again is another one I can't make Austria refuse unless you're obviously on non-historical. We do get some nice new political advisors, so we've got economic reformer the way we've gone, so consumer goods and minus 33 on trade and economy, so we can get war economy for our next 100 PP. And there we have Anschluss. We will take all of Austria and core it. Thank you very much. Another decision we obviously didn't get a no from. So we're going to queue up a load of infantry because we obviously want to be able to hit our next one, which is demand the Sudetenland, where we can get the Czechs to say no. So while we're waiting on that, we'll hit a few more economy focuses. We'll grab the army drill for division training time because we will need to redeploy some troops fairly quickly, and we'll also go up to war economy. Now, we've got enough to demand those Sudetenland, so we'll hit this 70-day focus, but we need to be very careful with this one when it completes. So we'll just fast forward a little bit until we're in range. We've got a fair amount of divisions out at the moment. Now, just as we are approaching, I'll slow it right down, that so exactly when it ticks over to 24, well, the 1 hour, we need to pause it like that on the first hour so that the Czechs don't complete their decision, because we need to delete our army first. That way, they'll now have the decision but think we're weak, and they will refuse to give us the Sudetenland, which is Mr. H's blunder number 1. So blunder number 2 will be Lithuania not giving us Memel. And how we'll do that is they won't give it to us if we've lost a bit of land. So we have a lovely free war goal on the Czechs now, which we'll use. We obviously need a few divisions out first, so I'm pumping a good load of fresh recruits out just so we don't, capitulate to the Czechs, because that won't be great. Just going to set a fallback line just so the Czechs take some of our territory, and then that should be enough to refuse a Memel. We'll hit the 35-day focus, we'll reassert the eastern claims, and we'll use our war goal against the Czechs. It will call the Romanians in, but that's not the end of the world. We've got more divisions. I probably should have done a few more, but they're almost ready and out. The Czechs don't really push too far, to be fair, so we should be okay. We will just deploy the few green ones there, and then we'll let some more train up that we might need for a civil war that may be on its way. And Lithuania rejects our demands, which is blunder number 2 for Mr. H. Now, if we just wait, we should get our lovely Oyster Conspiracy coup. So we get 2 decisions here, protect the Führer, or the decision we want, perhaps his removal would be best. Massive stability negative, I must be honest. And then we get a new one, which is pick our leader. So we can either go non-aligned with Wilhelm, Mr. Himmler, Mr. Goering, or who we're going for is Mrs. Eva Braun. Well, Miss Eva Braun, I suppose, in this part. So we will take Miss Braun as our female leader. This has triggered now a civil war, which is a bit annoying. But here she is, Eva Braun, the Iron Maiden, which is division recovery, war support, attack defense, justify war goal, and ideology drift. So she has got some very nice bonuses with her random eye patch that I can't quite work out why they've given it to her. There's nothing about it in event, so who knows. But we are now in a little civil war with the German Empire, so we will need our troops here to help win that as well. Need to deal with the little rebellion here quickly, because we have got a big border with the Czechs that we need to deal with. So we can easily push them out here. We've got 1 division there encircled, 42%. They've got a little bit more to go, which is odd. There's a lot of points here in these 2 provinces, which is very... No, it is not, because they actually control down south as well. I didn't spot that. That is rather annoying, but at least we'll have 1 front to deal with. So it's quite a big front, so this may not actually end that well. That's the divisions in the north freed up, so we'll add them to the main front, and we'll move our air force over as well to get a bit of cast damage and air superiority. I'm not sure the Czechs actually have enough divisions to cover the whole front line, so we might be able to do a little bit of encircling here if we move carefully. We just pin a few divisions. Yeah, they're not too sensible at holding their front line or moving in, so we might be able to get a couple of encirclements off. That's a few divisions sorted and cut off, so we'll just wean them down a bit before we push into the mountain area. There's a few up here that's not really guarded, so we'll just beeline straight across to the French border and try and trap them as well. Majority of their troops are actually encircled now if we just keep walking around them. The AI I thought was meant to be better, but we seem to be quite easily to just maneuver around them. They're not very too wise with their front line. That is the Czechs done 100%. That wasn't too bad. We just need to finish off the Germans. We obviously will just take all of the Czech land off of them. Thank you very much. And then we just need to finish off this little rebellion. Few divisions, probably about 20. But we should be able to just grab Munich and a couple other provinces, and that should be it. I will put 2 divisions on this supply up here, because we're still at war with Romania, so we don't want them sneaking up on us, so we should be able to hold that passage there. And taking Vienna should end our little civil war that we started. No, a couple more provinces, so we... Oh, please don't tell me I've got to take Königsberg. No, I didn't have to take Königsberg. Fine. Thank God for that. I thought I was going to have to naval invade. There we go. Our little civil war is ended, and we've just got Romania to deal with. So Eva Braun is mopping up nicely. Our recovering economy is average, but we need to get that going a lot more if we are going to be taking on the US. Going to get some paratroopers out because I'm going to be using them a lot in this run to get into the UK as well. So I might be able to trap Romania with them as well. I do like that Eva Braun gets the inner circle mechanic still. I thought this might break by changing the leader, so that's good that sticks around. But we will continue down our industry from now. I'm just trying to see if I can lure the Romanians into a bit of a pocket to encircle them, which, you know, will make it rather easy rather than fighting down that corridor. I'm tempted to get the helicopters special project, but I know I need radar really to be able to take out the allies more efficiently and get air supremacy. So we'll get radar. A bit annoying that's a special project now, but we should be able to cut through the Romanians here because they were foolish enough to enter our trap. And that is a good portion of their army encircled there, so we'll quickly crush them. I don't want to have to fight all the way down the no supply corridor. High risk, high reward. We're going to paradrop in behind and hopefully just encircle the majority of their army there. So we've got 2 off. I'll see if I can quickly reinforce them with some more divisions, take the little points here. But that is a good portion of their army encircled between them. As long as our paratroopers can hold the pocket open, that should be easy enough for our army to clean up. And there goes the last few divisions. That is Romania essentially with 3 or 4 divisions left. Again, we're going the different way. I think I'm going to do the Prussian legacy rather than going for tanks. So this way we get a lot of grand battle plan and artillery bonuses. Meanwhile, we're just going to smash through these last couple of Romanian tiles, encircle them, and then just go and cap Romania for all their resources. In case you haven't guessed, I'm going for full sky control and paratrooper strat versus the Allies to get to Britain. Meanwhile, Romania is just about to be capped. And there goes a Romania. What I will do with it, we've got a cruiser submarine as well, which is nice. I'm going to take all of the land except for Bessarabia. We are going to puppet because I don't want the Soviets declaring on me. Not going to bother with the Soviets unless they come for me. So we've got German Romania, which will disappear. And we've got all the oil down there as well, which will be lovely for our Air Force. Now, the Civil War is done. Eva Braun is our leader. Our economy is looking a little bit better, but we've still got a few more focuses to do. And we will start building up, ready to take on the Allies. Unfortunately, you don't really get that many good political advisors. I guess because of the inner circle mechanic, they've taken a lot. So I'm hoping some will get added on later on down the focus tree. Just upgrading the planes with better guns and drop tanks for help over the channel. And then what I'm going to do is delete all of our fighters. I know they're trained up, but I don't really care. We're then going to convert them to our better ones, so we've at least got all good planes in the sky, no crud. Few new focuses here. I'm going to do influence the Baltics, but the reason is I want to then influence the Nordics and hopefully get Denmark, Norway and Sweden to flip over to our faction rather than invading them, because that's where Eva Braun thinks Mr. H is going wrong. Let's see if my 21 width are still good, and then I'm not going to do tanks. I'm going to change to this armoured engineering company, which seems to be the usual engineering company, but on steroids with armour. It does require a lot of armoured support, though. But we're going to give it a go and see how these do. We do need a lot of armoured support, so hopefully that isn't more expensive than tanks. I've got 2 of them for some reason, and I don't really know why. That one says new. I don't really see the difference either, so we'll just go with the new one. And we need 3,000 of them, and we're going to need a lot of factories on that. We've got radar now, so we'll go for radar 2 as well. We'll get them up over our border with France. So these are just decisions that increase the F support in the countries. And they're 25 PP, and I can do as many as I want. So we'll do them all for the Nordic countries. I won't bother with the Baltics because they'll get crunched by the Soviets soon. With the Prussian side of the tree, we get some good bonuses for Grand Battle Plan. So I'm finally going that route rather than all you guys who tell me not to do superior firepower. I can already research a jet engine, and that is only going to take 800 days. So literally 9041 you can get jet fighters. Unless I've got to research something afterwards. But it doesn't seem it. Oh, I haven't got 3 breakthroughs. I've only got 2. So not actually much long, and then we'll start getting jet engines on the research. Here we go. Poland has refused. We are in December. We're a bit late, but, you know, Eva Braun had to build up more. Obviously, Poland will join the Allies. We'll crunch on in. We might be able to pull off our paratroop and just cap France immediately, see if that still works. Oh, they put planes up over Western Germany. Oh, I didn't think they'd do that. Oh, that's going to definitely cancel all my paratroopers. We're covering the air zones better now, but I think our drops are too late for the element of surprise. They've been raided as well. We might be able to grab Paris. We'll wait and see, but this has failed at the first hurdle. We have got Operation Sea Lion focus, which is good. I'm so glad they've added that in. So we get some bonuses basically to special forces and bits and pieces. So we'll go for that in a second when we will eventually invade the UK, obviously. There is also some other bits involving the Swiss, so we can take the Swiss gold. We can also go against the Italians and get a war going with them instead of letting them join our faction. There goes Poland, done and dusted. So I think we're going to do the proper route, and we're going to get our army over to Belgium and Netherlands, and we're going to have to go through the Benelux to go round the Maginot Line. Our paratroopers didn't work, but our fighters are up in the air currently fighting the Allies. Without armour, this is actually quite hard to punch through the Benelux. I mean, we are doing it, but it's a bit harder than it is normally. I mean, we are a lot later as well, so they've probably had more time to build up, I suppose. We've snuck around Belgium. Well, they're not really paying attention. We might be able to just slam into France because they are currently trapped against our border in Belgium and France. We'll just take all of France, I think. Miss Braun has got other plans. She doesn't want a Vichy France, and that should mean they capitulate. Why have they not capitulated? 93, a couple more provinces, and that should be them done. There goes France, some lovely equipment. Luxembourg is actually still going, so fair play to those Chads. I will not be doing a Luxembourg world conquest again any time soon, I think. Let's get some radars built over the channel now to help our fighters. So we're going to have to fight the RAF here, win, and then we can do our paratroopers. I have heard the Navy just is always out, and they do have a lot of port guards now. So air, I think, is the best route. Sea Line does get us a bonus against the UK for 180 days. So we'll go grab that first before we kick it off. We'll get some spies up as well just to help out. It doesn't seem like the RAF actually wants to fight us, though, I must be honest. They have got about 2,000 fighters, but I don't know where they are because they're not over the UK or anywhere, and we're not fighting anywhere else. So we've basically got free green air, which is fine. Let's see if we can pull this off then. We'll hit the glider planes as well. We'll give them a bit of supply bonus, and we'll kick that off and see who is about. And immediately they're intercepted, and they've got so many divisions here. Okay, this has gone terribly already. Yeah, the UK has definitely got more defense. They're not even gone yet, and I know I'm going to need more paratroopers. Right, we'll stack some more of them up. We are going to definitely need another full army of those. They are fighting me over the UK now, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, we can tell that they are meaning business on this new DLC. So we're going to have to go bigger and harder with that one. We'll fight them a bit more and get some cash to help out. I am also running, you know, alright paratroopers 10 with some good support equipment. They're not just 2 divisions, so they should be able to fight. We have got light tanks in them as well. All the equipment seems to be okay. We are no longer getting rubber, obviously, so we can't actually make any more fighters. So we better end the air war pretty quick. They are slightly fighting me. Oh, no, there we go. They are fighting me. And look at those exchange rates. I am still the master at air combat. 37-3. We'll take that all day. The Battle of Britain, this is new. Let him try. Unlocks air raid on Big Ben, and we also get air mission efficiency for 5% for 180 days. So yeah, thank you. Okay, we're going to try again. If you don't succeed the first time, try again with more divisions. Yeah, there we go. We can punch through and actually fight a bit. And there we go. We've got a port. We've got Dover. Let's get our army immediately over the channel and into Britain. We'll get a field order on the go. Let's convert some. Well, not convert. Let's take some of our close air support. We'll put them on naval strike over the channel just to sink any subs that they're coming after our convoys with. The supply is poor. I've got too many divisions there. Let's get our paratroopers out and we'll set up another drop. They have essentially got 0 org, and they might be able to push them back. Britain really wants their land back. We are doing a lot of cast damage and do control the air still, though. The AI is definitely more aggressive. They are just throwing themselves at us. They are pushing us back. We are still doing so much cast damage and exchanging so well in the air. We have got a lot of equipment still left, so that's not a problem. I need to open up another front, so I should be able to take Hull. There's actually no one here, and these haven't been intercepted, so they've got full equipment still. So let's quickly smash out a bit, open another big front, and at least distract some of the troops from the south, and they should flood to engage us, because we are being pushed out at the moment. Come on, we can take Liverpool. They are still just churning here. They don't want to give that up. That could be a good portion of my army destroyed if they don't come and re-engage me. Oh, no, that's bad. Everyone ignore this. Ignore this. Kurt didn't do that. Ignore this blunder by Kurt. I mean, it's not Kurt, it's Braun. It's Eva Braun. She's made the blunder. Right, get everyone we can to this middle bit. We might be able to relieve them, but they might be gone, I think. Yeah, that was pretty bad. We're going to need an army off the eastern front there to help out. Got no one in recruitment at the moment. We have lost 1 million now. Yeah, that wasn't my best moment, I must be honest. But the paratroopers are still holding the own up in Liverpool and Manchester. New divisions are flooding in. I need more land before I put more divisions in. We're getting big cash and the RAF is almost gone. So we should just sit here and let them throw themselves at us and weaken them. Starting to lose supply again. So I think I need to get a few more of the close air support out over the ocean to stop being raided. I assume they're just hitting our convoys. That's we are out of supply and org. And immediately that has fixed our problem. It does say we're at an advantage. They are attacking. So I think I might just be able to counter. Let's just hit the button. Let's see what happens. This could end badly, but it does... No, we're melting them. We have got CAS as well. How much CAS we're doing? Like 30 odd damage, whatever that means. And last couple of bits. Portsmouth. Portsmouth should do it. No, a couple more territories, and that should be England done. What are they at? 97%. Couple more tiles. And there goes the Allies. Defeated quickly by Germany, as usual. The game never changes. So we do have a couple of civil wars here that we'll leave, but we're basically going to take everything because we have 90% of the war score. All territory is ours. We've got the usual puppets and we've nicked the navy as well. So we are ready to hit USA. While we're still gearing up, I may go and take Italy out because Eva Braun reckons they're actually not a good ally. So we get a nice bonus towards them and a free ball goal. They're not in a faction either, so it should be pretty easy pickings. I think I might be able to cap them instantly. If these paras all land on the key points, plus we're pushing in both ways and taking Sicily, I think we should cap them pretty easily. They haven't got too many divisions and we are dominating the air. And that is Italy done. Eva Braun has taken out Mussolini. We'll just take all of his land. Italian East Africa. We might as well just cap that as well. We'll have all of that. I'm going to try this Operation Felix and see if Spain will give in to us. Just for fun. There's no reason actually whatsoever. We'll put some divisions on the border to intimidate them a bit. Oh, and they gave in and became our puppet. How nice. We have a lovely Spanish puppet, but I think that will do for the messing around in Europe. I think we're pretty much geared up. We'll hit the cross the Atlantic for 70 days, get our war goal, which is nice. And then we convert a load of military factories to naval dockyards by the looks of it. Wow, that is big. While we're still setting up, I will get this focus for the extra attack for a year against America. So that's pretty big. 35 days, and then I think we should be ready to hit them. Right, come on then, US. The last one. Knock out the US, and our achievement should pop. We've got armies everywhere. We've got paratroopers. We'll obviously call Canada in so they can move in from their land. We won't call anyone else in. The Americans in 42 shouldn't be too strong. They are last standing immediately. We've got our paratroopers down here, which are going to hit the Florida and Miami and go to Disneyland. Marines have landed on the west coast as well. So that's LA and San Diego and San Francisco taken, which is, you know, the 3 big points over here. So we won't have to go all the way across America to cap them. And they're at 57. I reckon if I take Washington, that might be enough to make them cap. And we get a collaboration government at the same time. So close. What are they at? 65%. A few more little territories. Probably anything big. There's not really that many big ones left. Chicago. Chicago may do it. So we'll quickly see if we can smash through to there. Richmond. Richmond should do it. Please. What are they at? 99, yeah. Come on, one more territory. Oh, yes, there we go. The United States has capitulated. And we've stole advancements in their projects. Didn't know that was a thing. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't know that. Okay. Not that we'll be needing that because we're pretty much done. And with annexing all the USA, the woman in a high castle annexed the USA with a female leader. Miss Eva Braun has taken over America. I could release them as a Reich commissariat as well. Oh, it's like splits them up. Oh, I need all the north and Mexico, south even in Mexico. Okay, I won't bother. We'll just puppet them. Let's just release them as a puppet. And is it anything interesting? Or is it... Yeah, the German Protectorate of America, Eva Braun, has done what her boyfriend never could and defeated the Allies and taken America. So there we go, guys. New DLC, new trophy popped. A fun little new faction leader. If you enjoyed this content, please hit the subscribe button. We've got a lot more coming up, obviously, in the days to come. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this one. Comment down below what you want to see me do next. Thank you very much for watching, and peace out.